Hello again, I'm Folasiji Bomi-Daniels, CIO of the Kabzeel Group, and we've been recording a series on introducing Kabzeel. And right now we're at episode 4, and we're talking about the investing community. We're looking at the club. Now, the investment club is a higher level to the cooperative. At the cooperative, where things are flexible, at the investment club, it is very strict. At the cooperative, where things you could move from one payment amount to another, at the investment club level, it is fixed. You're only able to change your amount once a year at the start of every year. Now, 5 years ago in 2020, a group of friends of mine and I started the investment club when we gathered together to save money, invest for 5 years, no withdrawals, no cash out. And in 5 years, we doubled. And we've done that for 5 years. What we now want to make available to you is for members of the learning community or the cooperative to upgrade to this plan and essentially see how you can also transform your financial life. So what do we do at the investment club level? Currently, we're launching the Generations Plan. The Generations Plan is a plan that allows you save money for 7 years. And we take this from the biblical principle of how Joseph in Egypt saved money, 20% of their income, and they were able to live and survive and save the world 7 years later in times of famine. So what we're inviting you to do is come and fix an amount, save an amount consistently every month. What is the amount that you can save? The minimum is 10,000. You can do multiples of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 150, multiples of 50 afterwards, up to 1 million. And you can save that every month for 7 years. And what we then do is we then aggregate those, ring fence it per generation, and then invest that in income yielding projects. For instance, our current asset, because of what we've done in 5 years, includes investment across currencies, NGN, USD, GBP. We have investment across sectors. We have investment in health, technology, S&P. We have investment in mutual funds. We have investments in real estate. So we have real estate in Nigeria, and we're also doing fractional real estate in the US. For instance, in the US, you're able to, with 100,000, buy an apartment and begin to get income every month from it, between 700 to 800 USD. And with part of what we're doing at the investment club is to have Club 100, which will be launched at the AGM this year. Club 100, and if you're watching this after January 25, 2025, it has launched, is 100 people that will do 1,000 USD every year. And we pull that together and buy real estate properties in the US every year for 3 years. We also have Club 100 for GBP, where 100 people put £1,000 every year, and then we invest that in real estate in GBP. Now, for the Generations Plan, there are several generations. That's why we call it the Generations Plan. In 2025, you are able to join Generation A. Every generation lasts 3 years. So Generation A is 2025, 2026, 2027. Generation B then starts 2028, 2029, 2030. Generation C is 2031, 32, and 33. If you look at this way, Generation A, when they start this year in 2025, they would invest until 2031, and that 31, when Generation A is completing, is when Generation C is starting. And you know the scripture that says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Every generation helps the forthcoming generation, and every new generation continues on the works of previous generations. So, for instance, those of us that have done our 5-year journey, we are the foundational generation, where Club Zero as it is. And because of the things we have done, we have opened up the 54-acre project. We're the ones starting Palm 2 at Doawaye project. We're the ones that have started fractional real estate, fractional stocks. People that are coming in are building on what we have done. So each generation is ring first. They invest together in several projects. Now, what you then get after 7 years is this project. Your portfolio is there. The value of the money you've saved is there in several projects, and this project begin to pay you every year for your lifetime, and that can then be handed over to children, children. So imagine, let me give an example of what we did in the first 5 years. We bought a 54-acre property, and we invested, we planted oil palm on 50 acres out of that. Of the 50 acres oil palm that we have planted, I went to meet an oil palm mentor. What are we going to get from this? He said from 2029, we would expect to get 45 million naira every year for 30 years. Now, by 2029, we will not have spent 45 million because oil palm begin to produce. One oil palm tree produces a keg once it has reached 7 years. So these are the kind of projects that we do. We also do fractional real estate, where you buy a real estate property that can grow. We also have Oak 61. I'll talk about some of our projects. So can you join this? Yes. How often can you join it? It is open every month. So, but a generation lasts 3 years. So right now, between 2025 and 2027, generation A is open. January 2028, generation B then opens. January 2031, generation C opens, and then it continues like that. If you have any questions, drop them. If you're a member of the learning community, people can upgrade. Now, what happens at the generations plan is you pick an amount. Say you want to do 100,000. You must do that 100,000 every month for 12 months. If you stop, there are terms and conditions. Your money will be gathered back to you and paid out to you. If you cannot downgrade. If you're going to downgrade, so you want to now reduce that, you probably go back to the cooperative plan. So you can upgrade from the cooperative to the club, but the club, if you leave the club at your generations plan, you have to wait for another generation before you can sign up. So there are a lot of documents that we prepare for this, and you can read the fine print. And the reason for this is it teaches financial discipline. Think about it. About 32 of us gathered together in 2020, and nobody dropped out. And because of that, our asset record doubled. And right now, a lot of them, all of us actually, that 32 of us, are still continuing right now. So because this is how to create wealth sustainably. Think about one of the greatest investors that you know, Warren Buffett. He has been investing and holding some portfolio for 30 years. That is how you change your generations. And I look forward to seeing you. If you have questions, if you have comments, please drop in the comment box or reach out, join the learning community, and then you'll take it from there. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode, where we'll be talking about some of our projects. Thank you.